Hello! Good day. Welcome to my tube. My name is Marge, or Margie. I'm a heyoka. By definition, it's a wise clown. Amended with an attitude. That's my part. Some call us sacred. I don't know about that. I see what other people hold sacred, and I don't want to be treated that way. Isn't marriage sacred? That's what I heard. Some people can do it, some people can't. It's all a mess. My reason? Light. I love light. Always loved light. Always been weird. That weird kid. Grew up, I'm still that weird kid that just likes people more than they like me. I've always been that overachiever, the people pleaser. I was impressionable when I was young, and it took me a long time to grow into my recognizing my me for all the positive attributes I am. When I started defining myself with words that I chose instead of words that other people had chosen for me, well, that's really when my journey started. I collect data. I never used to think I could remember facts, but the older I get, the more I remember. It's almost as if I've woken to new lines of thinking and ideologies. That's how it works. It's like a video game. You level up. The more spiritual you get, the higher you get to delve into higher frequencies. The good stuff is in the high ones. The bad stuff, I don't even know why people hang out there, but freaking majority of the earth lives there now. There's the withholder, the controller, and the controllee, and I believe in a world where no one's controlled, that there is no human hierarchy as there is now. It's all breaking down. Just because we're animals doesn't mean that some people think that they are higher on the food chain and that we're to be eaten. And I mean that as far as extortion, too. People get used all the time. I used to let myself get used all the time. I would do anything for people, so they'd keep me around for that. And then I found out later that the only reason why they did it is because I was a servant in their eyes. Because I believe in service and people take advantage. The only imbalance was me is that I served too much and I never allowed anything back. Because for whatever reason, and I know what they are, I'm not talking about them now, I didn't think I was worthy. And I know, and now it's like, I was telling my mom the other day, I'm like, Mom, I'm the best person I know. You think more people would want to know me? Right now we're in the midst of 40 days and 40 nights of Venus retrograde. It's October 16th. It goes direct, I believe, on the 16th of November, maybe the 15th, but residual energies and all that. Besides what's time is fluid, and energy trickles out. That's why we're constantly recalibrating. People are going crazy, dude. They don't know how to react to their new way of being. Because if you live on this planet, your body's changing, your mind is changing. Your conscious, subconscious is, well, it's begging to get out. You can't keep it locked in because it's evolution, y'all. It's all this stuff that's coming out. That's one thing about information, is we will never know what is entirely true or entirely false. All we can do is take the good and leave the rest, and take what aligns with us and leave the rest. I am all for security and keeping people safe because, well, I had to keep myself safe from a lot of freaking bad people my entire life, and They weren't even from my history of our poor days. It's freaking people, bad people. It's just a vibration in them. And they don't play with the level playing ground. And I always played by the rules because that's what they told me to do. The golden one, treat people how... Nah, that's a bust. Then it turns out freaking organized... Well, I always knew organized religion was crap. They all try to get people to do the same thing. It's just to be good to one another and share what you have with other people. I'm not saying give it all away. I'm just saying... Dude, if you got freaking a few grand in your bank, maybe that homeless guy drop 100 on it in his bucket. You know what I mean? I mean, be the over example. I'm trying so hard to do that. I get creative. I like flowers, so I don't like where I live. People, maybe I should try again to go out, engage. And every time I do, it's But I like flowers, and I like giving them to people, so I used to go buy supermarket flowers, and it just find the recipient. Because who they belong to were set when I set my intention to buy them. They just haven't met yet, y'all. Anyway, how people are setting their intentions, it's pretty weird to me. I'm not in this, I don't tell my story. I spent my life collecting data in recovery, psychology, science. Applied sciences. All kinds of different principles, study all this stuff. I have all this knowledge that I want to share with people. When the student is ready, the teacher is right here. And the thing that I think that I know what sets me apart is life experience. This wasn't a thing that happened last night. I had a first-time commenter recommend a lunatic, that I should watch a lunatic and consciousness evolution. She's the chick, because I'm pretty sure by the picture, because people change their names and pictures all the time, it's hard to keep track sometimes. But she's the one that I did somebody thumb down, and it was like all these thumbs up, and there was one, it just fucks with your analytics, and I said thumb down or suck, and she's like, you evidently don't know what the spiritual world, it just like, she freaking, all I said was thumb down or suck, dude. Because every place else I post this, they think it's funny. But you. Okay. And then a lunatic, she chewed me out. I put that on Instagram one day. She wrote like this whole big old paragraph of telling me about myself. Because she was freaking complaining about how tired she was. Because she has to answer everyone's email and everyone inundates her. Well, dude, tarot cards, they're all the same tune. We all have the same life experience. If you're in a relationship, it's gonna A, go good, or B, end. It just depends on which timeline you're on. So so all these people are like, tell me about me, instead of them taking the time to find the things that they line up with. Like the things beyond tarot. Like becoming in balance and knowing that, like, if you're a slut bag, saying, hey, I'm a slut bag. Why am I a slut bag? Well, maybe it's because blah, 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 whatever it is. But coming into the reality of who you actually are. As I said before, I'm the best person I know. But what are you lining up with? What are you representing? What are you showing to the world? How are you presenting yourself to the world? I just recommend that you do it in an authentic and pure way, because if you don't, you're going to be found out in the next time period. 40 days and 40 nights. Because the water rises, they're already raising. It's already happening. What's going to be flood out for you? That's why I don't have secrets. There's things I forget and it comes up, I'll address it. But another thing about me is I admit when I'm wrong. I don't hear a whole lot of that in spirituality. Yeah, no, I do it all the time. I'm just trying to be a living example. That's all. Hope you have a rad day.